I already talked about iCarly in a previous video which I made, but I'm a firm believer that if you criticize something, you should also provide feedback to make it better. So that's what I'm going to do today. I realize that none of what I'm going to say is actually going to happen, but if it does, then it'll be a pleasant surprise. With season 2 on the horizon, let's explore what the creators of iCarly can do to make the show better. We should start off by replacing Harper with Neville. Right off the bat, I'm starting with my strongest suggestion that I believe will impact the show by a lot, but also make it better. I'm not a fan of Harper. Let me just start off by saying that. Her character at times just feels like an exaggerated version of Carly. It's very unclear what's her purpose supposed to be apart from best friend, but even then she's only there half the times compared to how Sam was in the original series. Harper hasn't added anything new to the show and honestly isn't even there for the funniest parts of the show. The show can be so much better if it axed Harper and instead made Neville Carly's roommate. The change will be refreshing and a bit like the original where you had Sam be the voice of chaos, but now it's Neville. Granted that Sam and Neville are completely different, I still believe Neville is different enough from Carly to make the characters feel unique and individual. You can also see a decent friendship blossom out of the two, and if not at the very least have some small rivalries. I see the dynamic of two going as A, Carly having problems and Neville offering chaotic solutions to help her out in the best interest but causing problems, or B, Neville being stuck in something so Carly asking Freddy for help even though he doesn't want to go save Neville. I think Neville will bring back some of the tension that was originally in the show between Sam and Freddy, and while Neville and Carly are doing their own thing together, Freddy can instead be paired up with Spencer. The next change I recommend is bringing Carly back into Spencer's apartment. It makes sense that Carly is living in her own apartment since she's an adult, but it does cut down on the opportunities of seeing the original apartment. As a fan of the original, I miss seeing the original apartment and wish it was there more. Plus, having Carly more in Spencer's apartment gives her more chances to interact with Spencer and be affected by his act, something that kind of feels is missing from the current reboot. And it might be a way for us to see more of the studio that is used to film iCarly and how it's being used now. It's a minor nitpick, but I don't understand why they just don't do this. Next, make Spencer do more art. Apart from the original web series being retconned in the reboot, though not officially but largely, Spencer making art is also missing in the show. In the beginning we had references to the stuff he built in the original show and a few callbacks, but since then we haven't seen anything iconic in the reboot. No robot, gummy bear lamp, squirrel camera, fan of hammers, the cheese statue, the sculpture where he had a ton of random stuff attached, nothing like that. I would like the show to focus back on Spencer's art. Though it wasn't the main aspect of the show, it was still fun to see and there's a lot that can still be done. And with the fact that he is rich, his sculptures and art can be crazier than before. My last suggestion, which might be my meanest one but probably my honest one, is to just simply get rid of Millicent. Honestly, as I stated in my review, the show just doesn't need her. She doesn't impact Freddy at all and I don't think we're ready to see Freddy as a father yet. I think we're better off seeing Freddy try out dating and potential marriages on screen than off screen. Currently the kid doesn't impact Freddy a lot and not much will change if she's written off to stay with her mom for some reason. Plus I think iCarly reboot suffers from having too many characters and one more than the original. Scaling it back can help with the pacing and a more focused narrative and give more spotlight to the existing characters and have them interact with each other even more. So these are the changes that I believe will make iCarly better. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below and I will see you guys next time.